And we are live, I think. Yes, we are. Good evening. This is Andre Sanders down here in Jacksonville, Florida, after a couple weeks off because I had an event last week. Well, now we're back. And as far as just getting clear, coming back from an event, conference, seminar, company event, if you're in the home-based business profession, whatever have you. But isn't it kind of interesting that, we tend to get real clear after coming out of an event, after hanging around those like-minded people. So I don't want to go too much in depth yet. So let's go all the way out to California real quick to introduce another person, another business partner on the panel.
Yes, I had to unmute myself there. Hi, my name is Patricia Henry, and Andre and I are business partners together in a particular company that we're together in. It's an online internet business that we are in. But yes, I'm in beautiful, sunny California. It's 112 or 15 today, so I'm inside. Just chilling and cooling off and waiting for this live broadcast that we're going to share some wonderful things with you so that you know why going to a live event is important, especially if you are in business by yourself. I know that when we work on our computers, we're basically at home, which is very convenient because we don't have to fight the traffic back and forth. We are, working at home. And I have a husband, but when he was working, outside of the home, I'd be by myself working on my computer. There's no other office people in here but myself. So it could get pretty lonely. So having people to reach out to on the internet that's in the same business, that's a blessing. Or joining Facebook groups, or having chats with the people that are in our business is definitely beneficial. So that way you don't feel alone. Or doing a Google Hangout like this with my business partner, Andre, and or what the topic is about today, which is events and why those are important, and getting clear on those.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool when you do come out on an event because I don't know. It's a saying, like, it's not so much the main session itself when you're at a conference. It's the session and it's the breaks in between the sessions where you get a chance to hang around some of the people that are really making it happen. Or like Patricia just mentioned, you're talking with people online and you're literally seeing from all over the world. I know a few months ago, I was able to make the Alaska company event because I was in the middle of a game, then a playoff game for my semi-pro football team. So it's kind of fun just to meet up with a lot of them here this past week in Dallas, Texas, and just really branch out some ideas. Got a chance to hang out with my buddy out there from Australia, Alex. That was always a fun time, and meet some of his team members, a lot of people from his home country. That was also sweet as well. So, it's just also good just to reconnect. And Patricia and I were staying in touch like crazy because getting to the event, you always have temporary setbacks in anything. It's in life. So it's kind of weird, but life happens. The week before I was supposed to go head down there, someone stole money from my account. Great. So guess what? I had to get a new card like literally a few days before I took off out of town. So it's an option between getting 2 gift cards or getting your actual card. I got the actual card. So, okay, $35 there. Now, the flight. Don't know what was going on internationally. Yeah, I do mean internationally. I'm talking about temporary setbacks because you face them, before we talk about the clarity. Don't know what was going on with Southwest Airlines, but for about 2 to 3 days, they had some problems as far as what was going on with the computer systems. A lot of delays. I knew that from some business partners that were coming from, again, as I mentioned earlier, not just so much Australia only, but from other parts of the world. And they got delays like crazy over layoffs sustained in the airport. So needless to say, I got stuck in one of the airports getting to Dallas for most of the day. Now, the thing about me, and this, the funny thing is, Hey, I basically you can almost say I grew up in the airlines. My dad used to work for Delta Airlines for 25 years. So, coming out the womb, been there, done that. So you type of person might be like, oh, got it laid over for an hour. I've been there as far as stuck in the airport, sleeping in the airport overnight, been sent over to the hotel, whatever, get tested flight the next morning, whatever. So from out of Jacksonville to Nashville, just Jacksonville to Nashville, right off rip. As soon as I got it, it's supposed to be a 6:40 flight. 8:20 is the time it's going to take off. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That right there, I was thinking, when I first heard that, I'm looking around, I'm like, wait a minute, if this is delayed here, this might be a chain reaction across the U.S. I wasn't thinking about internationally till they had a long line as far as what was going on, and Southwest was apologizing. I wasn't mad at any of the employees. You can't be mad at what they were. I love the fact what they were doing as far as a team overall throughout the company. So that's a bigger kudos to the creator of that company, and also all the the managers and everything, all the guys above too. They were doing their thing. Even though I might have been stuck in the airport when I got to Jacksonville to Nashville I was stuck in the Nashville airport for over 8 hours. I was like, you know what? They had a flight from Jacksonville to Dallas right on rip, but it would have been later today. I was like, you know what? Let me go take the flight, because I wanted to go my bag. That's what I was thinking. I only had one bag to check in. So I was like, I'm going to have my laptop, go back home. It's not like I have anything else to do besides getting my laptop and do work. So I was like, let me just go. Let me just go with my bag. So I went met the Nashville, stood there, did a lot of reading. That was a cool thing. You talk about a lot of personal development. That's always a good time. If you're stuck or reading or whatever, you're flying for a conference, just really working yourself. There's always time to work on yourself before you get to the event as well. So when that happened, this is the cool thing. When that happened, the next flight from Nashville went to New Orleans. Now I was freaking out. I was like, wait a minute now. I thought I was supposed to go from Nashville to Dallas. No. They said you had to go. The next flight after New Orleans is going to go to Dallas. So I was like, okay. So it's like, all right, for the people that are going to Dallas, it's basically sit and chill. So that's what we're doing. So it was like maybe an hour from Nashville to New Orleans, and then it went to Dallas finally. So touchdown to Dallas, waiting for the bag or whatever. And I think my bag beat me before I got there, because I was sitting around looking for, the little thing for the bags or whatever. And guess what? I was sitting there, I was like, man, they see my bag. So I went to the line with the bag checkout. Sure enough, it's already back there. I'm like, my bag probably beat me before I touched down on the plane. So again, that's all how I spent Friday. The event started Friday, so I missed that. Missed that day, but I was fortunate because when I checked in, the guy that checked me in, he was like, you know what? Hold up for like another hour and a half, and the room won't be charged for you as far as that day, that Friday. So I was like, oh, really? And before I even get to that, I wasn't charged extra too for my rental car I got as well, because I use Hertz rental car. They were kind of waiting for a while as far as the delays. They already knew that too. It's a chain reaction. No different for if you were in that situation 15 years ago, 9/11. It was a chain reaction across the world as far as flights being delayed, business going slow for hotels and rental car services as well as other places. So it's the same thing. A little bit of the delay reaction and the chain reaction, I say, with Southwest Airlines. I say all that, as I mentioned earlier, because you go through temporary defeats. But when you're clear as far as what you want to do, you're going to get to that event no matter what. Some people have to, and I've heard this too. So many past events in years past in home-based business profession, people are literally homeless. They still get to the event and have a breakthrough, and bam, next thing you know, they're out of that state. And I was fortunate to pay attention to somebody who was there at this past event, because I think he said he was homeless. And the cool thing about this event is we were giving out a lot of personal development books. A lot of leaders are giving out personal development books. Just giving away stuff. As far as it was like raffling away. I don't even say raffling away. There's like, you know what? Close your hands and just raise your hand if you want this book. That's what we're doing. So a lot of good books they were giving away as well. But the cool thing is, as I mentioned before too, and Patricia can attest to this, is just hang around a lot of people that are making it happen within your community. Whether it be not so much the people on the stage, but also in between the sessions and during the breakout, during the breaks as well. Since it was an intimate setting, and hang around like-minded people, and Patricia knows this too. I was able to hook up with my buddy Alex, and pretty much the cool thing is, this is why you got to get to events, no matter what it is. He was hanging around a lot of the leaders as well. So like when we were going to lunch, who was I hanging around with? So the people that maybe six-figure earners, or really, or maybe have high five-figure, earnings through the month. And again, see our income disclaimer below, because the results not typical, but they are possible. That's one thing to keep in mind. So just listen to how they're using the words, how to market themselves, to how to promote themselves. And Patricia, you know this. You might have seen this on the Facebook Live. Sarita, she did Facebook Live, passing around at lunch. During the one, I think it was the Saturday session. Yes, I was on my Facebook. I was on the Facebook Live as well. It was about 12 people, probably 10 to 12 people at the table, and she just passed it around, passing around the table. So again, this is talking about somebody who's a six-figure earner within our community, and I'm just paying attention to what how they use the words. They're real people. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to say as far as it's always just marketing or whatever. So talk about some of her struggles. Another good guy within the community, Hank, as well. He was talking about some of the stuff as far as the inside stuff, what's going on within our community as well. Some of the things, what we're doing as far as getting clear within the community before we start talking about, the people that are out in the field. So it's just cool just to pay attention to what they're doing. And the main thing is that I got overall was just keeping it simple. That's all I had to do is just keep it simple. I wrote down 3 things. I shared this with the rest of the panel too. You want to see a couple of us here this evening, but I shared this with them as well. The 3 things I picked up from the whole event when I was there was be clear, stay simple, and take action. That's it. And that's what we're doing as far as the community in general. And that's what you pretty much do when you're coming out of an event as well. You are really taking action and just really getting clear as far as what you want. There was some confusion the last few months as far as, okay, did we go by this name for our company? We go by this name, and then our owner just said, no, we're going back to the name it was. So the only way you find out about that is like you gotta go check out the yes link at the end below. We're going back to that, and we're just going to stay with that too. And it's going to be a lot more simplified here over the next few days. I'll just say that much. So this is something that I was able to pick up and just start setting you just pretty much start setting social media on blast as far as what I was doing, because I know Patricia, you have messaged me as soon as I literally had stepped into the hotel what was going on, and I was like, I'm about to shoot a video about all this. So if you're online, hint, don't be shy as far as shooting a video. As I just shared as far as doing a Facebook Live with some of my business partners as well. The photos are great too. I know the album was going absolutely crazy. I was like, I shared it. Not only I shared it, I think on my fan page as well, besides just my profile. So I was like, I want to let people know what the heck I'm doing right now. So I know, Patricia, you're like the queen of that when it comes to events as well. So I really tried to top you off. I was thinking the whole time in the back of my mind. I was like, all right, let's see what we can do what Patricia does. But I didn't know it was so intimate of a setting. I was like, oh, sweet. Let me get pictures of these guys right here. I just stood right there. I learned this from my previous company I was a part of. There was a leader that I was on. He said, man, this is how you do it. He just went up. There's somebody talking. It was like the 7-figure earner at that time in the other company I was part of. He just went up, quick, took a picture, put it on social media. Just have fun with it. It's have fun with it. It should be like a family reunion if you're in a different company. It should be like that way. Hang around people that you're seeing. You might have heard them, but again, through maybe seeing them emails, social media, newsletters, whatever, and then get a chance to actually see them too, and just get a chance to hear what they're doing and try to relate. Have fun with it, And I was able to finally shoot a video there at the event. I never do that. I hardly ever do that. I normally do it in my room, but I finally did that one video I did with Alex, of course, because he was like, hey.
I know, and I'm thinking about you, and I said, you have to shoot more videos with the leaders and things like that. You did, didn't you?
I shot two, but one of them was because I was in Sarita, so I don't think that really counted. I shot videos, yes, but one with the leaders, and Alex is up and coming, so I was like cheating. I was like cheating, but a lot of photos. Oh, another cool thing too, and this is something I'm glad that such an intimate setting. It's kind of weird. I never would have thought it would happen. Personally, I'm the type of person that could care less as far as recognition toward myself. So, if I'm speaking or whatever, I don't think I'm like, oh, trying to put the lights on me. I I'm an offensive lineman when it comes to football. I've done it in high school, college, semi-pro. You know, I'd rather be in the trenches. That's where I'm coming from. So to be on stage twice, you know, this past event, you know, it was like, okay. One of it because of raffle, as I mentioned earlier, for the charity. It was a charity dinner, so you could sit with one of the leaders. And I think you did one too the last event as well, Patricia, as far as the charity dinner. So
Yes,
I did that too.
I went to the charity dinner. That was not a raffle though, but it was a limited amount of people could fit. So we all rushed to get our tickets. Yes.
Okay. That's the same thing that happened too. So I was like, all right, let me just go there. At first I was thinking, I meant to message you about that because I do remember about the charity dinner. I was like, you know what, that's so pretty cool. The reason what we did at this event was the money was going toward feeding kids. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Will Wood, he's been doing this. No, I think Will and Dave, they're both brothers. But Will's he's a hypnotherapist in the NLP, one of the best in the country, if not the planet. And his brother Dave Wood, I know Dave has been doing that as far as a charity, giving food for kids for a few years now. And he said you'd be shocked how much they give a meal to a kid. I think it was like 20-something cents per meal for a kid. I'm like, are you serious? It's something like that. So I was like, you know what? Why not? So I'm like, let me go back there and just go do it. I just want to do it just, just to be like, why not? Just for charity. And the thing is, they had a raffle or whatever. I didn't think anything of it or whatever. The funny thing is, some of the people that were getting caught up, I known of through Facebook. One of them, I think, Alex knew. I don't know if you met her, named Heather Dameron. She was called up. Joshua Bayless, he was called. Alex was called, and then I think it was had been after Alex. I think my name was called. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I'm laughing going up there. They're like, all right, come up the stage so you can recognize it. I'm laughing the whole time like, this is too funny. Remember when I just mentioned the previous, all the little bumps in the road just to get to the event, and here it is. The next day, you get called on stage to go and have dinner that Saturday evening with the head leader of the company, which I think was pretty cool. So what was, and then they say, okay, ask any question you want to ask. So people were asking different marketing strategies. There were 9 of us at the table. People were asking different marketing strategies. What did I ask you? I was like, you know what, I know I was completely left field, because you're an entrepreneur, a lot of our right brains work like that way. I was like, I'm just gonna ask something out of the ordinary. So I was like, you know what? I think it was the last one. I said, what was like the audio? I didn't want to talk about the book because we have some audios as well as far as what he shared. And again, you have to go to the Yes Let Me In to find out more about that. But he had mentioned, I asked him, what was like the one audio or speaker that kind of really helped you break through as far as making money and start making money online in 2009. And talking about the founder, Dave Wood, he said, and if I know we don't really talk about his story too much, this is somebody who started a home-based business profession in 2002, struggled for several years up to 2009, lived in a van, and whatever, all of a sudden just decided just to make it happen. What he told me was like, it's accumulation of things, but he decided just to take action. It was an accumulation of all those things from the years past, and he just realized that I'm online. I got a chance to hit, to reach a bigger audience because I'm online, other than people driving around. Nothing against home meetings or whatever. I'm not talking about that. But we always suggest as far as ways to help better yourself using social media or to get started. Paid strategies, we can talk about that too, but just the simple ways, simple etiquettes on social media, and that's something that we will get to later on, for a future time. But that's something that he shared as far as, it's accumulation of things, but I decided just to take action. It just, also basically implying he just knew it was his time, and then he just got to work, and he did that too, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, because I think it wasn't so much a particular, like I just mentioned, wasn't a particular audio or speaker, but it just decided just to get going. I thought it was so cool when he shared that. So, again, that's the reason why hang around like-minded people. And, even if you're part-time or you're part-time, you understand a lot of people in this profession are part-time. Prioritizing yourself as far as like, all right, what's the block of time I have to go and make this happen or whatever. But if we always say if you're really serious, doesn't matter if it's real estate, doesn't matter if you're particular religion too, you have a religious event too. If you're really serious about that, you're going to get to that event to be around like-minded people and to start branching off ideas. It just happens like that. It's funny. I know Napoleon Hill said, "Think and grow rich." You just start bouncing off of ideas, and just boom, 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 something happens. Somebody can take that one particular idea and just run with it. So that's just one I want to share, and I thought this was pretty cool listening to, what the founder said. Somebody who's made well over 7 figures in a year. Again, see our income disclosure below. But that's just something. It's an example as far as what happens when you decide just to make a decision. So again, I'm not here just to sit there and toot the horn on myself, but just saying just to get around those people too. You might have the hiccups along the way, but hey, those events are crucial. Doesn't matter if it's like we just mentioned earlier. Doesn't matter if it's a home meeting, Super Saturday, a regional hangout, webinar, conference call, whatever. Get to those events. Get to them, and then start implementing that stuff immediately. As we like to call sometimes, if you have the notes, you do this with your notes, that doesn't do anything with it. Take action with them because those are uncashed checks that you have. There's a lot of uncashed checks. So it's funny because I know personally, I didn't scratch the scratch of this because what am I going to be doing with these notes besides sharing it with you guys? Shooting videos with them. Put it out there. Got to put it out there to the marketplace, as far as what your target market is. So that's something I had to mention as well because, it's pretty cool too just hanging around, like-minded people. And I can say this, it's a long time coming because you're talking about almost about 9 months. That's the event I know I was in live was the Orlando event late last year. Other than but Miami was a webcast. Nashville wasn't, even though I was able to catch a little bit of it before they release a product that we have as well within our community. But that was just pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's just to branch up ideas, and Patricia and I were going back and forth as far as what's going to be shared too. And you follow us on Facebook, you're going to see what in the world we're doing on Facebook. We don't hide anything. We put the positive stuff up there. If there's something going on personally, I'm not going to let that out to the world or whatever. Because that's the one way you can attract people that way. You can choose to. That perfect example. I know Patricia and I be talking about this all the time. We're in an election year. So we see everybody has an opinion as far as election year. What I like about this type of election years is people forget. What about the Olympics here coming up in the next week? I love the Olympics, even though they won't get as much high praise, especially here if you're in the U.S. because what's coming around the corner here in the next month as well. Football season. American football if you're watching overseas. So that's the dominant sport. I'm sorry, Olympics got much credit. They've been around for centuries. But when it comes to something about America and the football, I don't mean I don't mean the international football. I mean the American football. It's no comparison. So again, just wanted to mention that. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's just.
Well, I have a quick thing to say about that. I'm not much of a sports fan. I'm for, and my husband hates me to say this, I'm for whoever's team is winning, right? But because to me, I know people, it's a professional thing, it's their career, and they make money off of it. So of course, winning the championship, whatever, but only one person can win a year, or one team can win a year, or whatever. And it is a great accomplishment. Let's take golf tournament, for instance. It's a skill. I cannot take a little white ball, hit it, and it go for I don't know how many yards and go right into a little hole. Okay. So that is a skill. So more power to you. But look at the people that come out for the events. Now, what would it be if nobody came out for the event? You'd be just hitting that ball in a hole by yourself, right? Or like Andre mentioned, football. let's say the accolades that he gets from the cheering crowd, rah, yay, clapping and everything. I don't think you would be as passionate about doing this sport if you did not have an audience, right? And you can, you practice by yourself. You don't have an audience. Your team does their routine, and there's no audience, other than maybe just family and friends if they want to come along and watch. But the real power to show off your skills is when you have a team or you have an audience. So the same thing, we can make the comparison with having an online business. And when we have an online business, as we do, a blogging platform that we sell to you guys, that you can take that and put whatever you want on that. And you can build an audience. You can build your team around that to rally around the things that you're doing. And we could teach you how to do that, so that when you do get to an event, you'll have teammates or you'll have people that can rally around you. And even if you don't know how to do something yourself, you will learn quickly on how to do that, because there's going to be people there that are willing to teach you what to do, so that you don't have to be by yourself. And the one thing about events that I've been to, it's the collaboration of meeting new people from all over the world, like Alex Binder, he's from Australia. Sarita Cleese is from Australia. My friend Valerie, she's got her twin little boys. And she lives here in California where I do. But we literally, and like I said, I would have never have met Andre had it not been for this internet business. And going to company events, I would have never have met him in person if I had not gone to an event. We would have never have collaborated on doing this hangout with our other business partners who are not here today. We have two more, Ian and Neil. They happen to live in the UK. They may be asleep right now because it is 11 o'clock their time, but they're usually on with us. But these are the things that why events are important. And like I said, the collaboration, and the focus that you get. For instance, when you come back home, you have a notepad full of notes that you can cash in, meaning that can make you money, because what you learn from the events, this is something that you can implement into your business so that you can earn money online. Now, see our income disclaimer, as we always say, because results are not typical in this business. It does take hard work to get people to want to join, because a lot of people, they think, oh, it's a scam or internet business is not good. But that's where you learn also that when you go to the events and you see people with teams and companies and people who have joined them or joined us, is because they felt a connection. They felt the connection, which we teach you how to brand yourself, so that, for instance, Andre is going to attract somebody different than me, and vice versa, because, I'm retired. I am also a fashion designer. So maybe I'm an attractive fashionista or a retired person who is looking to do a home-based business. And we imagine we meet together and we're excited to meet each other at the events and see that we're real people, give each other hugs, like, oh, and brainstorm about how to take our businesses further so we can build those teams, so we can have a community of people who can rally just around what we're doing, the same likes, interest, and mindset, so that we can focus on making our businesses successful. So that's why I like events. I really like events. Of course, getting to meet all the leaders as well. But if you really think about it, we are leaders too. We are authority figures, because we do things online that, amazes people. We can be leaders, or we are leaders, because, as Andre said, when we make our videos or we put our blog out there or we do things, people are asking us, how do we do that? Or, wow, that's kind of fun. Or I want to do that. And if they connect with us, we give a great call to action for them to join us. And then they can learn that too. It's no longer a secret. I know when I first got on internet marketing, all this stuff was like magic. Ooh, ah, like this. Now I'm behind the scenes, so I kind of know how everything works. But I wouldn't be able to know that had I not been in an internet business, or like I said, gone to an event to know how other people are doing things. So, I just love the knowledge that we get from events.
Yeah, and another thing too, when you go to events, is you just mentioned that as far as get into those uncashed checks. If you just mentioned, I'm glad you said that too, Patricia. As far as all the notes, so I know in the past I used to get all pumped up, have all these notes. Here it is, 90 days later, and it's like, man, why am I still stacking in my business? Because I really do anything. And like when I look through them, I'm like, man, holy crap, I got some good stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this all out here, this information all out here right now. There's two ways that we do it. One of them I mentioned video. The other one is the other one I mentioned is well, I didn't mention, what I will right now, is having your own blog platform. And once you do something like that, let me get mine up so you can share, so I can share and show you as far as where I'm coming from. When you do have your own blog platform, this is now your own home base, because when it comes to social media, they have their own terms and privacy, the regulations, whatever. Streets their own. That's true. But the thing that stinks is what happens if they, obviously, put you on shut your account down, especially if you have a fan page / business page. That would it's kind of annoying. We're not going to sugarcoat that. Same thing with YouTube. Oh, by the way, even though we mentioned videos, guess what? YouTube, all it takes is a few guys that just want to be let's say buggers per se, and just tag team on your account and then shut it down. That would stink as well. But guess what? You have your own blog platform as something that's this, and this is just one theme setting right here. Then you can put whatever you want, and this is something that I had shared right here. If I just mentioned, I think I just put this out, typed this up earlier today. But I love videos. I'm a video freak, so this is something that you can have right here. But and my light box popping up. But again, the point is now you can have whatever you want on here, and guess what? It's yours. It's yours. So people can get a chance to reach you. That's the reason why you saw the little light box as well pop up just a few moments ago, so I can get a chance for people to relate with you. And it depends how you treat this. You can just talk about this business only. You can talk about lifestyle so people can get to relate with you as well. Or you can, however you want to talk about. But one thing is a chance for people to get a chance to know you yourself pretty well. Now going to social media, and I don't think I'm sharing this. So let me get to this again. That's my bot. That's my fault. So let me share it again. So this is what I was talking about, as far as having blog posts right here and having the video on. So that was my bad for not sharing it. But right here, just put whatever you can have the video up there if you choose, or you can have maybe a picture. It's been a while since I just had a picture only on here. So I don't know if I can find one here. Here's my light box, so people can get the chance to know me a little bit more. As far as find out some more information about me, you can just put in their name and email, their best email address, not just some Joe Schmo email address, and then you never get the information. As far as what I might be sharing. So again, here it is. It's your own real estate. As far as your own blog platform. But think about it, guys. This is yours. This is yours. So again, you don't have to have this particular theme setting. We have so many different ones. This is one of the several that we have. Now going to social media. Let's talk about social media. And Patricia brought this up as far as meeting people that you won't see unless you get a chance to see them online. I know she recognized a lot of people that I see right here, as far as my buddy right here, Alex, and here we are goofing off. Yeah. Here's one of our leaders to our community. It's a 6-figure earner. So our income disclaimer below. So
and the good thing is he was a guest of ours on our show here, and we got to see the insights of how what his why was, why he decided to join an online business that we're in, and we really, really appreciated his input. And that way people could see, well, maybe I'm not the only one that is thinking about joining a business. Everybody has their why of why they're going to join. Even Sarita, she's a mom, and she did it because of her kids. She wanted to join because of that. And I know that unfortunately she got divorced. It didn't start off that way, but she wanted to make an income and she wanted to stay home with her children. And being in online internet friends and in the same company, and I could probably watch her videos and watch her tell that, but she told her story up on stage at several events, and I feel for her. I start crying. I get a knot in my throat, and I start, tearing up and getting emotional. I could not. Well, yes, I could probably feel that information. I feel that as she conveys it in her blog or through her blog and on a video. But to see her relate that live, there was nothing like it, hearing her story, hearing her why. So at events, you hear the different speakers that come on, and you get to really know what they're all about and know that they're real people. So just like Andre and I, for you guys who follow us, through the weeks, click on our live events. If you don't catch us live, you can catch us on the replay. But how we really want you to do that is sign up with us and join us so that we could really help you and meet with you at another event, up and coming events, so that you could see who we are and we could see who you are, and we could tailor how do you say, once we know what your whys are, your wants and your needs, we could tailor the business for you to achieve the different monetary goals. Everybody has different goals that they want in what they want to make. For instance, there's some people who might just want to make $500 extra a month. Maybe they have a full-time job, and $500 would pay for say a child's dance class, or they could put away some savings, or maybe they're trying to get a new car, or supplement their income to pay part of the mortgage, whatever it is. And then maybe there is somebody who just is totally flat out broke and homeless, like our leader, David Wood. And obviously he needed everything. He needed to create a business to get a house, have health insurance, and everything else. So everybody's why is different, but going to the events and seeing these real people telling their real stories are just totally amazing. And it would motivate you to want to stay the course of doing this business. And we were talking about, we have challenges, 21-day challenges, blogging challenges, 21-day video challenges, 21-day assignments, because we know if anybody does something for 21 days, it forms a habit that they would go on with that, go through with that. And that's kind of what, when you meet people who have struggled, you saw their struggle, then you see their success because they've implemented the 21-day challenge and beyond of whatever it is. They're going to continue on that because they have a goal in mind. And the goal is personalized. Like I said, your goal might be different than my goal or Andre's goal. Or even our boss, like I said, is homeless. Everybody has a different goal. And only in going to events would you really get that solidified to a clear vision on how to take your business, your online business forward. And then what you could talk about when you're doing the business, how you went from poor to success. And they say, even though you may not have any successes at first, because it does take a while, you don't want to quit. That's why I said form a 21-day habit and beyond. Actually, when you join us, the recommendation is try it for 90 days. Because it's really ridiculous. I had somebody join me, and the offer that we offer, I believe it's $17 trial, but we do have an offer that is a little bit less than that as well. And I went, really? The person canceled. Really? I understand people cancel because maybe they didn't have the time and they didn't want to do the trial and waste that. I know I'm like that. I said, if I'm going to join something, I want to be fully committed to it so I can take advantage of it. But they quit for $1. I said, really? $1? You can't afford $1 or even to let the dollar go? I know I went to the 99-cent store one time and I bought something that broke. It was only $1. And it was some cheap plastic cleaning thing that I bought, and it broke, the little handle. And I said, I'm going to take this back. I'm going to take it back. Did I take it back? No, I didn't. I said, I'm just not going to buy that again. But the thing is, really, for $1, that's why it's called the dollar store, guys. If it breaks on you, of course, that taught me a lesson that I should buy something that's quality, right? Especially if I want to use it. So the trial is for you to see if it works, but you can't do it without a mentor. You can't do it without a team. You can't do it without going to the events to make it real in your mind and heart, to know that you could do this. If other people are doing it, you see that that's proof that they're doing it. That means that you could do it too. So anyway, that's what I want to say, Andre.
You know what, too, Patricia, to add on to that before I want to embarrass some of our business partners as well, as far as the pictures I took. To add on top of that, this is the reason why, too, this past event, why a lot of leaders were passing out a handful of personal development books, because it's that example right there, but Patricia just mentioned, when people are, quick to that particular action, refunding or something, or they're saying different type of words or whatever, that's not really a success. This is the reason why you got to continue to feed your mind, whether it be 15 to 30 minutes a day reading and listen to audio as well, people of success. Because when you go to an event such as this, whether it be around like-minded people, what should stick out the most is not so much the strategies the leaders are talking about, the income or whatever. That's all nice, and yeah, you do need that. But it should stick out the most for you is your own why. As far as why in the world are you doing this? Why are you using the vehicle you choose to use to get to where you're trying to go to? And how strong is it? It's being straight up. I caught talking with somebody, and if he's watching, I'm not here to call him out, but this is somebody that when I got a chance to talk to at the event as well, I knew right off rip when he was talking the first few sentences, I was like, you don't have all the products within our company as far as to help you answer those questions. And I told him that too, not to bash on him, because I told him I could have been like, I didn't want to be like, oh man, you blow me off. No, because if you go through those products, and this is the thing I realized online, I came from the offline home-based business part, so I did the same thing in the offline world. As I mentioned, not going through my notes and not taking action on them, but in the online part, going through the training and implement that. You find something that you want to do and master that one strategy. And I noticed as far as the first couple sentences you start talking, I was like, you don't have this product. And if somebody sat right beside me as well, we told them the same thing. Now we weren't trying to jump on them because we're all pumped up or whatever for the event, But at the same time, he has to realize, okay, going back to what I asked him that, okay, where's your why? And then it's like, and you have, so because the reason why I asked that, because it has to come back as far as realization. What am I doing this for? If you have somebody suggesting this, third party eye now, he's on Alex's team, so I'm not bashing on Alex whatsoever, whatever. But this is like, okay, how strong is your why, and how bad do you want to know the information? Because you do really want to know it bad enough, you go get this product that answers questions. I told him that too. I was like, man, if it's two products too, for us to be the top producer formula and team builder formula, I'm gonna answer that question that you mentioned right off rip though. And then he was like, mentioning when we got done talking, like, yeah, I'm gonna get those products. Because I told him that. I told him once you go through that, you be like, oh my goodness, I see what you're talking about. Because I was going through a lot of their products the last month and a half leading up to this event. So when I'm hearing leaders talk, whatever, as far as how to market stuff, whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path. If you want to, are you willing to stick with it just because you don't see a comment, like, or share after one post of a content, that first day? That's another thing too. That goes back to personal development. That's where we have to. That's where we're getting to, as far as strengthen this. So when the roadblocks come, as I mentioned earlier to start this hangout, you don't have to worry about as far as all that stuff, because you know the end goal. Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich, I'm paraphrasing, the goal doesn't change. The plan might, because the plan might be like this, might be all over the place, but the goal doesn't change. So you keep the goal obviously what you want, but the plan's going to change. Just make sure you have a plan and you choose to stick with it. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Now, again, as we keep on talking about for this evening, as far as get to events, and I know some people, a lot of these people that Patricia will recognize as, again, Sarah Income Disclaimer, got a chance to, I was just goofing off. This is right after we did a little exercise. This is one of our leaders too, Tracy Walker. She's a 7-figure earner. I've never had a picture with her, so I was just goofing off with her. And then Laura, and then here's another one, 7-figure earner. I know Patricia will love this.
I saw that. That's my team leader. Yes.
Yes. And then let's see who else. This is the table I was talking about when we were doing a Facebook Live. There's our buddy Alice right there in the background. Here's our other good friend right here, Hank Klinger, as well, and a lot of other people too within the team. And Sarita's right somewhere in there. She's right in there. And I got another better one earlier. Who else? I'm gonna start embarrassing a lot of these other people. I know Patricia. I love this one. Patricia recognized this, another roommate of hers, Valerie and her sons.
The little peanuts. Their mother Valerie.
I love that one. I love this one too. One of her sons.
Yeah.
I love it. This is what you go to events. I always love running into her because when I first met Valerie was a year ago. This is where I met Patricia too. Patricia was babysitting.
I was babysitting.
Him and his brother
right here.
Yep, babysitting them last year in the event.
Jordan and Jaden.
Here's during another time where I was sitting with lunch. Here's Sarita, who Patricia just mentioned. Sarita Cleese, who lives in Australia herself, and Hank as well. He's not only part of the community as well. He now works internally as well with that community as well. Just recently just got that position. So just listening to what he has to say, that was pretty cool. I didn't mention too somebody else that these are not people that I've known just on Facebook, and this is somebody Debbie Jane, who's on Alex's team. Greg right here. Greg, I cannot pronounce his last name, but I think he lives in Peru. I was like, that's Greg. Someone told me that. I was like, I thought he was maybe still in Peru. So I just took a quick picture and whatnot because when you have long arms, you don't need a selfie stick. So I was just taking pictures like crazy. Let's see.
And then there's Alicia.
Oh yes, let me get to Alicia. Yes, here comes Alicia right here. Of course, how this panel is set up. This is a big shout out to our, what I like to call a big sis right here because she's the one that helped us set this platform up as far as doing our hangouts right here. Always love running into her. Here's another superwoman that Patricia knows pretty well, Keisha.
Yes.
She always loves to help volunteer during the events as far as being a cast member.
Yes.
Always loves doing that. I always love running into her. Now, see some people that I met before I get to a couple other ones too, just on mainly Facebook.
There's Erica Urdu, and she lives in Romania, I believe.
Oh, yes. Ran into Janice, she lives in Arkansas. I just met her through this Facebook only now. So don't say that when you come across people, it's just people this behind a laptop, Yes, I got a chance to catch Erica. She was, it was like in between a break session. I was like, I got my phone up, and she was like, what are we doing? We're doing a video? I was like, no, we're just taking a picture. She's like, oh, okay. So, yes, this is another one of our leaders, too, in our community as well. She's a sweetheart. She has, like, the mother persona on her when she speaks. It is so, it's like, just so maternal, I guess, if that's the right word. I know Patricia loves this picture as well. Mr. Joe Chance and Dirk right here.
Dirk is from the Netherlands. See, so we have people from everywhere.
Yep, that's so cool. Don't let me forget too. As far as the people in our staff, Miss Vanessa, she does a lot of work with our community. A lot of work. And let's see. I need to. Who else do I miss? Oh, this is another one. I was so proud to get a chance to meet here face to face when we had a product launch here about a month ago. Yes, got a chance to finally meet Katie face to face. I was so proud to see her there because I think that was her first event, so that was real cool. So
where is she from again? I keep forgetting. Where is she from?
Philadelphia. She's in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And now getting to the charity dinner. This is another cool thing. Here's our founder right here, Dave Wood. His bodyguard right here in the back. He was a big guy. He's somebody like he was in a he could be in a strongman competition. He was so nice. Oh, he was so nice. And his Dave Wood, he didn't have a lot of talk, but I mean, he was able to, he asked us what we want to know, what we liked about the event. So that was pretty cool at the charity dinner. And a couple of people that I got a chance to, I met again via Facebook only before I got a chance was Heather. She served in the military. So
yes, we went to breakfast. The last event, it was us. We went to breakfast with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sweetheart. Oh, that woman's a sweetheart.
Nashville, when we went to Nashville, yes.
Yep, from Alabama. And Mr. Josh Bayless. This is cool too. So I got a chance to meet Josh almost a year ago in the Orlando event as well. So we were the ones, these, so it was between Josh, Heather, and the rest of the people too that you see at this table. We were the ones that get a chance to sit at the charity dinner with Mr. Woods. So that was pretty cool. That was awesome. So yeah, again, just get a chance to here's somebody else too I met is from Australia as well. I don't know if she's on Alex T. I'm not too sure, but I just thought that's pretty cool. You coming from the other side of the world, and as Patricia just named, Erica from Romania,
and
Dirk from the Netherlands.
And see, Andre, the events that we have, people fly from everywhere just to get to the event, because why? They know how important the events are. It's important to make these connections, and because people come from all over the world, it's like you're invited to go somewhere, and these people are coming in from everywhere. You don't make the effort to go and get to an event, you'll never meet them. You'll never see them. Well, I can't say you'll never meet them. Maybe you can go to the next event and the event after that, or maybe you can say to yourself, oh, okay, I've been to an event and I've seen them, and I will meet them again. But sometimes things happen, where you may not meet them again. Maybe because, okay, let's say they couldn't make it. So then that stretches out longer that you get a chance to see them again. You can always, connect on the internet, be Facebook friends, or even get their personal information, their telephone number, address, you name it. But there's nothing like seeing a live event, a personal event. Think about it. Why do people go to Vegas, Las Vegas, right? They see these live shows. You could buy the CD, see Celine Dion. Well, we know Michael Jackson has passed away, but whatever big entertainer there is that you love, Justin Bieber, if you're a teeny bopper, but if there's somebody that you like, what is special about a live event? Or when people see them live, they're jumping up and, I've seen them, I want their autograph. You're so excited because you saw that person in person. You get to snap a selfie with them. You can do a video with them. You can, pick their brains, even though there's thousands of people or a lot of people there, and you're maybe only get to spend a little bit of time with them or each other. There's still nothing like seeing the person live, and I must admit, I did not make it to this event. So I will make it to the next event. And I really thoroughly enjoy all the events I go to for those very reasons that we've mentioned. And it's just nothing like seeing a real live breathing person. And again, let's say you're walking down the street. I'll give this illustration. And you meet a stranger that looks kind of, gruff or rough or something. He could be the sweetest thing ever, but you don't know that stranger. Are you going to run up to him and give him a big hug? Probably not. But you're walking down the street and I run into Andre, or I run into Erica Urdu, or I run into Valerie. I'm going to run to them and say, oh, I love you. I've seen your stuff on the videos. I've seen this. Because you have a bond with them. You love them. You want to be with them. That's kind of like what our events are like. You get that elation, that wonderful feeling of being with somebody that has your back and you have theirs. And matter of fact, like you said, with Valerie and her twin boys, they're now 6 years old. I can't believe it. I met them when they were 4 and I was babysitting them at the events. But the thing is that we form a bond, like she trusts me with her kids. And we, go to the events together because she does not have another half, but we help each other. And that's one thing. And then rooms, we get to room with people that we don't know, and we get to know their likes and idiosyncrasies, but we're all business people. We're all like-minded, and we have the same goals. Not the same whys, like I said, because everybody's why is different of why they're in business, but we are at these events. And that even gets us closer together, whether we want to form an alliance with them. They may be on another team, like we're on different teams. I didn't recruit Andre, he didn't recruit me, but we have a partnership now. and we can do things together within our businesses. Again, if there's something that I don't know how to do, like the other day, remember when I taught you how to do something with KeepVid, with the videos? You know, other people have knowledge that maybe we don't have, and they could help us. And one thing I like about the community is that we're all willing to help each other. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Really opposite of corporate America when everybody's trying to, dog eat
Dog eat dog, yes.
So I mean, again, as Patricia mentioned, you got to get to the events, and now there's obviously an exception, and this is something that one of the leaders I just showed, I'm going to share right here. Michael Martin, when he was speaking, we have another person leading our community. He was able to get here, John Oakes, because he was having a stem cell procedure or whatever. And Michael was very emotional about that too, because I mean, they're on the same team, and he was like, "Hey man, that's my brother," So John was able to do a quick video for us at the event as well, just to share as far as basically is he shared stick with it. He mentioned also too, how you do one thing is how you do everything, as far as just being consistent with something. So he's get himself back in shape too, and trying to come back from the procedure, and he'll be fine. So there's exceptions to everything. Yes, you're going to see people are disabled. I've seen disabled people, obviously tall people, big people, small people, short people, whatever. It don't matter what part of the world to those type of events. Again, which we just keep up sounding like a broken record, but it's true. When you hang around like-minded people as well too, it's always cool. And then I was thinking, man, they have a lot of people in the panel that are coming out to this event. I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. I know some people already. So it's like, Patricia, let's say if I was to go to the event, a lot of the other people on our panel right here, we're going to go to the event. Guess what? She already knows people because she's made some connections, been to so many different events. Personally, that was my 10th event in the community I've been able to attend live. So that was really, I kind of really wanted to make that too for that reason, not just to hit 10, but just to, again, connect with people. As well. And I shared some ideas as well, too. As I said earlier, with Patricia, we're going to be giving these out here and down the road to you as well, as far as what we were able to take from this event. And then it's always the session after this session. It's always the breakouts, too. I was supposed to catch a flight that Sunday evening. I had to leave from my flight, I think at 7:15. What time did my knucklehead self go to bed? 3 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 4. So I had an hour of sleep. But if you're a vet, as far as what we do, as far as in between events, you don't get that much sleep. I was trying to sleep like I think Friday evening or Saturday evening, and I felt I could go to get ready for a game. I had so much adrenaline pumped up. I was like, couldn't sleep. I'm like, forget about it. I think I beat my alarm before it went off a couple times. I was like, screw this. I'll just get up now, because we're ready to learn. If you're serious about this too, as we mentioned earlier, as far as your why, choose to be a lifelong learner. What it is. Master whatever it is, that one strategy, whatever, and just run with it. That's the main thing too. Something that I know Patricia and I are going to have to implement ourselves here personally. So again, that's what I wanted to share. I wanted to show off to some of the people too, as far as the photos. I don't normally do that much, but since I took so many photos and I thought I was about to go viral or something, so I was like, you know what? I forget it. Just so not just sitting here running our mouth, so you can put a name to a face too, as far as some of the photos and pictures that we share as well. Let me share one other thing too, real quick. Let's see if I can find it. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it real quick. This is something I don't normally do at events, but since Patricia had been urging me for the last few times, I was like, you know what, why not? And again, a huge shout out to a lot of buddies to go give us a push. This is the video I did of a brief stage experience with Alice. I'm not going to play the whole part, but the thing is, we're able to actually get a video. Normally have like the lounge sofas or whatever for the leaders that sit up in the front. But since I think we were done with the session, I was like, man, let's go do a video real quick. So just bust out the camera, start sharing our goofy experience, because it was hilarious. As far as I said, charity dinner one, the other one was to dance. Yeah, that's a long story in itself right there. But that was kind of fun too, as far as just sharing a brief stage experience. I love to edify Alex a lot because he had more times being on the stage than I did. Thank goodness, because he was because we were pushing hard for our next event here. It was going to be via webcast. So again, that's the reason why we're kind of stressing so much as far as what we're sharing to. Have your own blog platform. As what Patricia mentioned, $17 for a 2-week trial as well. You know, start sharing whatever too. We have a lot of different themes. They have tutorials as far as you have any questions as well. And then you can get your ticket for the next event, which will be live stream, because where is it going to be in? Costa Rica. Be in Costa Rica in late October. So that's pretty cool as well. And the reason why I said for Alex that he was on stage again, because for the people that were at the event, they had to shoot. There was another contest. Shoot a quick video as far as why you want to go to the Costa Rica Mastermind event live, and then start sharing it to see how many shares, likes, comments that you get. I was rooting so hard for my brother, from another mother. I was rooting so hard. I was like, man, I told this to some people on the team. I was like, man, if he wins this, I'm gonna go berserk. I was hoping that he won, but he got to, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was just the top 9 he made it. Then the second round, because we were overlapping, and then it came down to 2 people. Someone named Jose and Chanel Childs.
Childs, yes.
They both went. They're both going. So that was pretty cool as well. So it's happened for both of them as well. So, you know, again, just getting there too, get a chance just to connect with people, and you never know what one idea or something somebody says is going to be like, you know, you're just going to go and take off with it. So that's why we're urging this too, as far as hang around like-minded people. It's not just hang around like-minded people that are going where you want to go. Keep that in mind as well. You know, the phrase, you know, birds of a feather flock together is so true. Something that Les Brown had shared one of his talks in years past, because it holds true for anything. Where it'd be like you want to just talk about a negative in something, or you want to talk about the positive in something. So, you know, when you hang around people that are going, places, thinking and dreaming big and thinking bigger, that's the whole point. You know, so that's why I keep on mentioning this again over and over again. But get out there to those events, or start your own if you haven't already done so yourself. If you're in the profession, again, the home-based business profession, start your own. You have to worry about the company having a conference call or that weekly meeting or whatever. You can go start your own, so you can decide to stick out yourself for the crowd. That's something that Patricia and I and the other people. The rest of the people on our panel, we decided to do over a year ago. As far as that, man, we knew we had to do something live, so let's go and do it. It's kind of funny because then when you go to an event, people can recognize it right on rip. Like, hey, what's going on, man? Alex called me. He called me as soon as I was walking that Saturday morning. I just started grinning because he had his hat on, and I was grinning the whole time. He just started smiling. We saw each other from like 30 yards away at the hotel. So, that's the reason why you got to get to these events as well, as far as just to really, connect with people and just branch off those ideas and run with those ideas. Take action on them. Just implement them. As you mentioned earlier, you're clear. You're being clear. You're clear what you want. Stay simple as far as your marketing strategy, and just take action. Just take massive action. As we had one leader that used to be in our community used to say, just take massive action and just run with it. So that's what I wanted to share. I don't know if you have anything else to share as well, though, Patricia.
No, just that's it. Get to an event. That's the thing that will solidify your belief in your business, help you along the way, develop your personal mindset to the fact that you can do this. When you see everybody else there, you say, I'm not the only crazy one. And that's basically it. There's a lot of crazies there too, but they are there with their why, their purpose, their goals, and their future, because basically that's what it's representing, their future and what they can achieve with that. Remember, money is not everything. It is just a vehicle so that you can do whatever that you want. That's it.
Yep. So with that being said, we will see you the same time, same place next week, 6 p.m. Eastern time, or out there Pacific time at 3 p.m. So see you then.
Peace.